Sailing on a square rig sailing ship is a unique experience. Having people like yourselves come and sail with us makes sure that these traditional skills of 18th century sailing continue to get handed down and don't die out. Welcome to the HMB Endeavour. To get you through all the training and to help you with your fatigue and seasickness, your topman and your upper yardie, your watch leaders are there to help you. When you join Endeavour, you'll be issued with your very own safety harness. We wear harnesses whenever we're on duty.
Learning your lines is not a passive task, it requires practice.
Learning lines on Endeavour can be a bit of a challenge. However, as you go through and the more you do it, the better you get at it.
There's different techniques for bits, timber heads, cleats and pins.
The professional crew is going to assist you identifying the lines around the ship, but it's also really important to understand what each line actually does. Walk around the deck, look at your pin diagrams, look at your fellow watchmates, have a look at what the line's attached to, give it a tug, have a look at what other parts of the rig it's working with or against. By actually using the lines and tracing them visually up through the rig, you're going to learn them.
The more that you're open to learning, the more you're willing to jump in, the easier it becomes.
Half a head starboard.
Helming is one of the most important parts of keeping a watch.
Each trick on the helm is 30 minutes, but you will actually pass through two stations. We have the brains, who makes all the decisions and has to concentrate very hard, and the brawn, who is helping manipulate the wheel. The reason you spend two tricks is the brawn is actually preparing themselves to become the next brain. You're going to get a feel for how the ship is moving and responding in the particular conditions for that trick. Before climbing aloft, your topman will do a check of the lines to make sure the yard is safe, and you should perform a buddy check on your fellow crew member's harness to make sure it's done up correctly. Voyage crew working aloft will be accompanied by an experienced crewman, and permission must be obtained from the officer of the watch. Endeavour's professional crew understand that climbing aloft can be a challenge. It's necessary to climb to be able to handle the sails, but climbing is not mandatory. If you feel uncomfortable climbing, there are plenty of tasks on deck and you'll still be an active member of the watch. When climbing aloft or outboard of the ship, 3 points of contact are maintained at all times. Your hands will always be on the shrouds, feet on the ratlins. Remember, climbing's not a race. You're going to move as quickly as you feel comfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, just stop, let your topman know. Furling sails is another activity you'll do on board. That involves putting the sails away after we've used them. The opposite of that, of course, is loosing. So to use a sail, we're going to have to take off all the gaskets, let the sail down into its gear, and then we can set it, raise yards and brace them. There are two types of sails. There are square sails, they hang off the yards, and we've got the fore and after sails. They hang from the stays.
Safety is number one on the ship.
And we have a duty to our voyage crew to train them working around the ship and in the rig. Safety procedures and equipment will be shown to you on day one of the voyage. Sorts of things that we'll cover are boat drills, EPIRBs, dan buoys, life rings, and what to do in the case of fire.
Fire is in the boat.
We use SOLAS life jackets when we're voyaging. These are orange and they've got a light and a whistle. We also have life rafts. You'll find these in the wastes on the weather deck.